Hello. Hello. Happy Mindset Monday. Welcome to the live stream. Hello. Hi, everybody. Thank you for joining me. Happy Mindset Monday. Hi. Hello. Sorry, I'm doing an extra long hello today because I kind of messed up the the way that I turned it on. So I just want to give everyone a little chance to join before I start diving into everything. Hello, everybody. Happy Mindset Monday. I'm so excited for us to be here. It is a historic day for me personally, and anybody that's a 360 fam member, because today we're doing 360 module 9 and it's happening live. We're doing it via Zoom, and anybody that's a 360 member, past, current, and future, if you want to join right now, you are invited, and we'll be gathering together on Zoom, and I'll be sharing the next evolution of manifestation with you, the next level of reality creation. So if you're here with me live, drop a unicorn emoji in the chat, please. And if you're on replay, drop a sparkle emoji so I can tell where you're coming from. Unicorn emoji if you're live, sparkle emoji if you're on replay. Hello. August. Oops, hold on. The chat's moving so fast. I'm trying to take a screenshot. Thank you. Hi. Yay, loving the unicorns in the chat. August said, so excited this 360 meeting could not be happening at a better time. And Froggy said, agreed. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you. I'm so excited, and I'm really just ready to talk about the next level and the next area that you can take manifestation to. And I know for me, I've been here doing Mindset Monday for about 5 years. Mimi's like, I made it. Yes. Welcome, Mimi. And sometimes it gets a little old. It gets a little stale, right? It feels like we're doing the same things over and over. Either we're seeing lots of progress or we're not. Maybe we're seeing some progress. Maybe we're not seeing as much as we want. Maybe we're seeing tons of progress and you're like wanting to know what is the next level for you, the next ascension. And so I really wanted to bring forward what I've been able to learn and how do I want to say, evolve with my 360 practice, with my manifesting over the 2 years since 360 launched in 2022. So the brand new thing, I always said, if I ever find anything that's better or different, that's, or better than 360, when I find the thing, I will let you know, because as far as I know, 360 is it's all I know so far. Yet this is the best way to control your thoughts in order to manifest whatever you want on autopilot. The idea of the self brainwashing technique that I use in 360 method. And now it's the evolving of this practice and this process and taking it to the next level. So I'm very excited to do that with you. 360method.co if you want to join in on the next level of reality creation. Hi, Kella Pop Tart. How do I feel about robotic affirming? Hi, Drew. How are you? Drew, email me or text me, and I will. I'm going to put you in 360. Drew is somebody that I've known, and I don't want to give details, but somebody I know in my real life, and I would love to see you in 360. So just message me, and I'll put you in there. And hi, and welcome, and thanks for being here. So how do I feel about robotic affirming? This is my opinion about robotic affirming. I personally believe that robotic affirming is better than just letting your thoughts run away with the circus. Hi, Courtney. Sometimes I hear people I can't get on board with robotic affirming. It makes me feel crazy, or it makes me feel like I'm lying to myself, or I don't believe it, whatever. If you have, let me know, by the way, if you've run into issues with robotic affirming. My opinion on it is number one, I talked to you already about how 360 method is basically self brainwashing. So when you talk to me about robotic affirming, I'm going to tell you it's better than not doing it, because if you don't, in those moments where you're just robotically affirming it and you're just saying it because you don't believe it, or you're trying to counterbalance your negative thoughts, it is better than thinking the negative thought. It is better than going down the spiral train, in my opinion, to Keep your mindset at a place that if it were to manifest, you'd be fine with. Keep your mindset at a place that matches the reality that you want to go to. In my opinion, it is better to do that than to allow yourself to just give in to how you feel. However, I'm not saying don't feel your feelings, and that's actually a big part of what we're talking about in the new lesson, module 9 of 360 that's happening today, 4:30 p.m. PST. If you are a 360 member or have been in the past, you're automatically enrolled. Check your email for the link. Hi, Dina. And if you have not joined 360 and you would like to, 360method.co, the little QR code in the corner, will take you there. And I'll make sure to send out a link right before we start so that anybody that joins, you still have a chance to jump on the Zoom call. If you want to hear the new era of where we're going with 360 and the new era of how we're using our own power to manifest. But with the feelings, in my opinion, it's really important that you don't, it's not about shutting down your feelings. It's not about ignoring your feelings. It's not about bypassing your feelings. However, your thoughts, when they match how you feel and you don't feel good, your thoughts are not up to the caliber that you want them to be to manifest. Okay. So if you actually want to change your reality, it's very important, in my opinion, that you do not let your thoughts run away with the circus when you feel bad or when you're triggered. Okay. Like we're talking about today, saying fuck you, the triggers is not necessarily just about being like, fuck you, trigger. It's also about like, bring on the trigger. I'm not even worried about it. Like, nice try, nice fucking try. Because I always know that I'm in control. Even if I'm feeling offended or mad or angry or scared or what's the dread, like worried about something, I'm doubtful. Even if I feel that way, I don't have to think that way. And when you understand that that is a choice and you apply that choice as many times a day as possible, you're doing 360. But that's when you begin controlling your reality. And then you do it over and over again, like we're talking about robotic affirming, over and over and over and over. Pretty soon, you program yourself to think in the new way. And it does not take that long. It only takes humans like 3 weeks to learn it, like to make something that's repetitious become a new skill, right? Obviously, it says it's like 3 weeks to form a new habit, 90 days to solidify it, or whatever is the stat. However, after 3 weeks, you are in it. Okay. So that's why with 360 method, I really take you through 3 weeks of saturation and if you want to call it robotic affirming. But it's not just about the robotic affirming. It's all of the things combined. It's the change in mindset. It's the dedication to it, right? Awareness and discipline, right? I always say that about 360. You must be paying attention and then you must be willing to do what it takes in the moment, which is change the thought. And so if you do that consistently over and over and over and over and over and over, you will be changing reality all the time. And eventually you're going to be in a new reality and it's not going to take that long. Hi, Anna. So August says, I definitely need to be practicing not engaging with my triggers. And like the thing about it is it's like, oh, you know who I'm seeing? Does anybody watch What We Do in the Shadows? This is like my favorite show right now. What We Do in the Shadows. Let me know if you watch the show because I'm going to reference one of the characters on the show. And if you don't, I highly recommend it if you like funny stuff. Oh my gosh. So, I don't know if you have. There's a character. It's a show about vampires. It's a comedy show. It's kind of like The Office, but they're vampires in essence. Like they talk to the camera and they have like their little like side combos and they do like their confessional things. It is on Hulu, and there's like these 3 vampires, and then there's another vampire. So there's 4 vampires, but one of them is an energy vampire. So Drew, yeah, okay, of course you love it. So Colin Robinson is who I'm talking about. This character is an energy vampire, and he sucks the life out of people constantly with like all his boring shit. And so the reason why he was coming up in my mind is because no matter what the situation is, this character is able to like just like suck all the joy out of the room. He just like neutralizes anybody's like excitement, and it's just very funny the way that they show it in the show. It's very clever, very well written. It's a little on the what's the word I want to use? Edgy side. So if you're not into like edgy humor, you might not like it. Might be too much for you. But if you're into that shit, it's like the best show. So anyways, this character, this idea of neutralizing, taking the power out of it, taking the wind out of it, taking the wind out of its sails, that's what I want you to think about doing with your triggers, okay? If you are able to see the trigger, if you're able to get slapped in the face and then, okay, nice try. Or you're able to get slapped in the face and get super fucking mad and offended and still nice fucking try. Like, it is not necessarily about not feeling what it feels like to be triggered. It is about how you respond to it, what you think going forward. Does the trigger happen and you are immediately like, oh crap, oh shit, it's not working, oh no, oh darn, oh poop, oh bleh, whatever. Do you start thinking the worst is happening? Do you immediately assume that it's not working out for you? Do you immediately go to, oh crap, oh no, see, look at blah, 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 blah. I knew that would happen. This always happens to me. Or do you, who cares? It literally doesn't matter what happens when you get triggered or what happens in your 3D or any sort of circumstance. Can you please tuck this dog in, babe? Because you're always creating that forward moment. So the second, I always like to use the analogy of being slapped in the face or whatever, because it's like, it's painful physically, it's painful emotionally, it gets your fucking attention. Like it would be a lot of things jolting you into the moment, right? So you have that opportunity to choose again what's going forward, because even if you got slapped in the face for it doesn't matter what reason, the second after, it is in the past and it doesn't matter, and you never have to manifest from that perspective ever again. You never have to manifest that reality again, and it's always like that for you. So no matter what happens to you ever, ever, ever at any moment, whether it's happening right now, whether it happened last week, last month, 20 years ago, 20 years from now, it never, ever, ever matters in the grand scheme of your manifestation or where you're going, because the second it happens, it's already in the past. It's already old news. You're already onto another reality. Who fucking cares? The what? The what happened to you? Excuse me, what'd you just say? Because if you tell me that you just got slapped, now we're in the reality where you just got fucking slapped. You're disempowered. You're angry. You're incredulous. How could you? Blah, 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 right? Or nice fucking try, life. Oh, that's what you think's going to happen? Because actually it's this, right? Like, where do you take your power? Don't let anything take you out of that power, period. So Froggy says, slap him back. And here's where I'll challenge. If your normal reaction is to slap him back and you're working on like not, then it would be to be like, okay, well, I see where your head's at. I'm going to go ahead and erase you from my life forever. Goodbye. You no longer get access to me. Thank you. And you walk away and you don't give them the fucking satisfaction of getting that rise out of you. If that's your thing, right? Like, so you're looking at what your normal reaction would be and you're deciding like, is this how my ideal reality or my ideal version reacts? And if not, then how would they? What would actually take you into your next level in that moment? Like, are you somebody that takes the hits and never stands up for yourself? And so it's your time to actually fucking say something and like let your fucking 3D reality have it, metaphorically. Or are you somebody that always gives it back and you're working on like not allowing some bullshit to ruffle your feathers anymore? Sorry. It costs way more to ruffle these feathers because I just got them all pristine. Do you know how long it took me to get these feathers all aligned like this, honey? No, 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 no. You're not going to just ruffle them with a little bit of your bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. Nice try. How do you proceed into your next version? How do you carry yourself? Jesse says, there are trolls under the bridge. We don't have to acknowledge them, right? Exactly. Like, are there trolls under the bridge? Are there? Why even give them life? Because even saying they're there, but we're not going to acknowledge them is watering them. You're watering that plant. You're watering the troll plant. What, a troll? You mean troll dolls that I have a collection of in my little cabinet over there that I've been collecting since the 90s? Yes, let's talk about them all day long because that's the only kind I know about. We don't have to give it any attention. You don't have to give the negativity a cent of your energy. In a tiny instance of your even acceptance or realization of it. It is your choice how you respond to triggers. And I know we hear this all the time, but hear it in a new way. The reason why this is so important is because you're creating your reality by the way you respond. It's not just like, oh, turn the other cheek or, whatever. It's not some fucking euphemism. This is about reality just did whatever it did to you. Who cares? Hi, Ryland. And this could be the worst thing in the world. I understand that life happens. I get it. Okay. But I also want to tell you it doesn't matter because the second it happens, even if it's the worst thing, the next moment is a new reality. And you, as the driver of the ship or the steerer of the car, you have the steering wheel in your hands, can take that trigger and go in any direction from it, right? You can like spread out in all different ways. If you choose to go the same way that you always do, you know exactly where you're going to end up. If you choose to take a different road, you will end up in a different place, period. There's just no way you'll end up where you usually go if you don't take that route. I don't know what's down the other road, but I know one thing for certain that's not down there, what you normally get. The normal response to your normal reaction to your triggers. That is 100% for sure down the road of your regular reaction, and it's 100% for sure not down the road of a different reaction. Sorry. I was trying to grab my water and I just turned my whole thing off. Rosanna, yay! Oh my gosh. Hold on, I want to take a screenshot. I'm gonna message you because I want to ask you about I'm gonna ask you about something that a new project that I'm gonna work on. I'm glad you popped in. Kim, oh my gosh, it's so nice to see you. It's been so long. Hello. Okay. Divine says, I let my haters motivate me. I know my light triggers them. Yeah, if they even exist. Hi, Michelle. Okay. So, okay, sorry. And I just reading what Rosanna said. Sorry. I got excited that you were here. You said, I finally made it, been 360 my life and have 3 out of 5 spots filled for my August program already and finally moved out of a specific weight range and built muscle. Nice. Yes. And I already took a screenshot. I'm like, yay, 360 method. By the way, since we're here, we got new people popping on 360method.co. Today, we're making history. Module 9 of 360 is happening live at 4:30 p.m. PST. I'm going to be giving the next level of manifestation and reality creation. Okay. So 360 method, I'm taking it and I'm sharing with you what I've learned as I've taken it beyond the last 2 years since we launched, and we're doing it live. I'm so fucking excited. I cannot wait to share all this stuff with you. So anybody that's ever been in 360 before, past, present, you are invited. And future. So if you're listening right now, if you're live and you want to be a part of it, 360method.co, you can also scan the QR code in the corner. I'm going to send out a Zoom link like right before we start so that anybody that joins in the meantime, like right now in the next half an hour, you'll still get a Zoom link and you can join. And actually, I might even send out one that'll go out maybe like a half hour in if you decide, if you're like hearing this later and it's like 5 o'clock because I'm starting at 4:30, we should still be going and you can hop on. And also make sure that the link is going out. So anybody that's ever been in 360, you are welcome to join and be a part of us making history and sharing the next level of reality creation. Why is that so hard for me to say? Creation and manifestation. Kill a Pop-Tart, I love you, says 360 changed my life. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. Thank you. So awesome. So glad to have you here and sharing with us and just using it in your life because it definitely changed my life as well. So Kim, oh, I love you, says, I've been to one of your workshops. It was so much fun. Thanks, Kim. I'm so glad you're back. What time does it start? Carly, thank you. It starts at 4:30 p.m. PST. So it starts in half an hour. So I'm going to be jumping off of this in about 20 minutes. And then we'll be joining together on Zoom. So all 360 members, past, current, and future are invited. We'll be joining. I'm so excited. We'll be getting on Zoom at 4:30 in about a half an hour. And we'll be taking it to the next level. Okay. So I want to answer this question. Any advice about beating yourself up post trigger? Okay, so first of all, I know you and I have already talked about this, and you gave me some inspiration of something new that I want to create that will help you in the moment when you're actually triggered. Because what I'm realizing is, and this goes for me too, it's not just like you or anybody, I'm not singling anybody out. It is so easy to be in the moment with your coaching, or like when you're on Mindset Monday, we understand it. We get it on a visceral level, right? We really, really get it. We're all tuned in together. It makes sense. You're talking to your coach and you're like, yes, 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 I get it. Then you go out into your life. Life is happening. The chalkboard is erasing. Other things are getting written on it. And then the trigger thing happens, right? And so you then are tasked with dampening or lowering the volume on all of the ways that you normally would respond. Like we talked about a minute ago, like your normal reactions to those triggers. If you got slapped in the face, how you would normally respond. So you are having to turn down the volume on the internal drive that says, I got to react like this. You are having to turn down the volume on the thoughts that immediately start spinning and spiraling. And this is that. And then this happened. And then this. And then, oh my God, this. And oh my God, this. And that, right? All the thoughts that start going, you're turning the volume down on that. And then what you're doing is you're looking at how you feel and you're allowing yourself to feel, but you're talking yourself through it. Okay. And so we're going to go deep into that, into the 360 conversation today. But after, okay, post trigger, you said any advice about beating yourself up post trigger? My answer then is literally 360 method. Because if you're beating yourself up, that means that you are not disciplined in your thoughts. If you are beating yourself up, that means that you are allowing yourself to believe a truth about yourself that's not real. You're allowing yourself to believe that you are anything less than God having an experience. Almighty, powerful, infinite, creative source, energy, whatever you want to call it, the universe, whatever. You are acting like you aren't that you're separate from everything, that things don't work out for you, that things are hard for you. You are giving in to all of the limitation that frankly makes you a human being. So it's not like it's a negative thing, or, I mean, I guess it is if you don't want to act that way or you don't want to have that experience, but it's okay for you to be that way. However, when you see it and when you do it, this is when you 360 method and you don't let yourself do it anymore, right? That's the standard. You raise the standard for who you are and who you allow yourself to be and how you allow yourself to talk to yourself. Hi, Kalani. So not beating yourself up afterwards is a combination of the art of that awareness and discipline. I know right now I have acted in a way that like I don't prefer because it's different than the version of myself I'm becoming. This isn't who I want to be anymore. This is how I used to act. This is a reflection of my old self. This is a reflection of my old reality. This is who I don't want to be anymore. And the reason I acted this way is valid. My feelings are valid. I felt that way. However, going forward, I choose to act this way. And like, instead of beating yourself up for what you did, you're forgiving yourself up for what you did. Ren, happy birthday. And you're taking yourself into the next stage instead of allowing yourself to dwell in that space of, oh, I fucked up. When you dwell in the space of, oh, I fucked up, all you are doing is making yourself feel like shit and manifesting more things to feel like shit about. And like, I get that you feel that way. It's okay to examine that. But when you wallow in it, you're just making it worse for yourself. So you really have to look at things from an elevated perspective. Like, is this how my next level self acts? My next level self is going to be triggered. Listen to this. Everybody listen, please. You at your highest level, your most excited version, let's say your billionaire version, and whatever is the highest tippy top, billionaire, happy, healthy, whole, whatever version, still will be triggered. Still will have moments of sadness, weakness, doubt, fear, anxiety, a lack of trust, a lack of belief. That's normal humanity. How do you deal with it going forward? That's what separates the you who you are today and that you that has it all. So let me ask you, everybody here, what time is it? 4:04. I'm going to be jumping off to do the next 360 method live call in 15 minutes. So I want to ask you right now, two answers. I want you to think about a trigger or something that's really bothering you, and you are in a headspace, or it puts you into a headspace that is negative, that is uh, limiting, that is reaffirming your old thing. It's who you used to be. It's not who you are anymore. I want you to put that. And then I want you to put, how does your ideal self actually handle it? How does your ideal self actually believe? What does your ideal self actually believe about this situation? How has your ideal self evolved from that thought process so that this is no longer the big issue that it is to this version of you? Because, right, the ideal version of you has dealt with it. The ideal version of you has neutralized it. The ideal version of you isn't stressed about this anymore. Why? What is their mindset about it? What is their belief about it? So I want you to do a little bit of inventory. Either, I know some of you came to this and you were like, I got triggered today, or you might be in the midst of a trigger. If it's a current thing, what are you triggered? Or like, what is the response that you're feeling like you really want to act this way, or you really want to think this way, or it really feels like this? What is the truth? And then what does your ideal self actually feel about it? What does your ideal self think about it? What does your ideal self believe about it? How would your ideal self handle it? And let's look at the disparity between the two, or the distance between the two. Kelly, thank you for complimenting my makeup. I appreciate you. Thank you. Erica, I appreciate you. Welcome. Kim, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you. I saw it. I was in the middle of a long-winded thing, and I just wanted to get through it before I broke off and lost my train of thought. But thank you so much. Kim says, I appreciate you, Roxy. All of your videos are like textbooks, so much wealth of knowledge to help you at any time. Thank you, Kim. You're so sweet. I appreciate you so much. I'm going to have to screenshot that. That's so kind of you. I appreciate you. So Ren says, I always get stuck on how to deal with it. Ren, are you in 360 method? Because we're diving deep into it today. And so if you're just now joining, what's going on is I am creating the next level module of 360 method, the next lesson that I've learned in the last 2 years since I've launched it. And a big part of what 360 module 9 is going to be is about dealing with those feelings in the moment, dealing with the emotions, and not just putting it all up here. How do you actually handle the fact that there is these emotions going on in your body? How do you actually respond when it really feels XYZ way? And of course, this is classic 360 method. This is what 360 is about, is allowing you to affirm the reality that you want to be in, regardless of how you feel, regardless of what you see, regardless of what you think, regardless of your past. You're still going to be able to affirm and trust and believe and learn and know how to get that reality that you want. However, today we're deepening the conversation, and we're really talking about, how do you handle it in the moment? How do you handle the actual emotions, the real feelings of it? And how do you take power and stretch it beyond what we know already? Because I think that 360 method is an advanced manifesting course as it is, but now we're going even beyond it. So I'm very excited. And so if this is like lighting you up, it feels like this is where you want to be, 360method.co. We're starting at 4:30 today is when this is going down on Zoom. So I'll make sure that an email goes out right at 4:30, and then I'll send one out again at 5 if anybody decides to jump on a little bit later, so you can still get that Zoom link. Thanks, Ryland says, you could definitely write the manifestation textbook. I'm working on it, babe. I actually literally just started putting stuff for my journal into a Google Doc today. So it's officially underway. But thank you. Okay. Sorry, I'm catching up with some of the stuff in the chat. Okay, I'm going to answer. Let's see. I have 12 minutes. Nope. Yes. Yeah, 12 minutes. I'll answer at least one question. Sometimes I'm a little long-winded. I'll try to get to two, but I'll at least answer one question about handling your triggers or ignoring your triggers. Drop them in the chat. Anything that I don't get to, I'll try to screenshot and maybe potentially make a video out of it. You said, any advice on overcoming shame and embarrassment post-trigger? Rewind the live stream and listen to what I said again and put it on that. I already answered that. And I'm only saying it because I said it to you specifically. Um, it's the same thing. Shame and embarrassment. Why? Because you're beating yourself up. You know what I mean? Like you're allowing yourself to take over with the old story instead of examining and like healing. So make sure you come to the meeting today. Are you coming? Are you coming to 360 Method Live in 20 minutes? Oh, Rebecca, I feel you. I see you and I feel you. I would say, why don't you start rewriting that story about your family? Maybe start there and see if that helps, and like maybe reassigning roles to everybody. Because I'm trying to think back of like some of the stuff that I know about the stories you've told me, and what they're showing me in my head, like what spirit or whoever's in there is telling me. I'm seeing like these slots that people are assigned roles. You are this, you are that, you treat me this way, you act like this, you are this. And like breaking those barriers and like shaking it all up and reassigning them as like what they're showing me. Kim says, I still have my music CD you signed. I love it, Kim. I'm working on a brand new album, so a new one is coming. I'm so excited. Okay, I'm also taking screenshots just in case for anything that I miss, because I'll probably only be able to answer one thing. Okay, 10 minutes. All right. Let's see. Um, sorry, there was a one, a two, a double question. I was looking at the whole thing. Okay. I'm gonna answer Catherine's question real fast because I feel like I can answer multiple if I answer this one first. What about when you get triggered so much that you don't want the thing anymore? Like you just don't want to think about your family. In my opinion, like you have to protect your energy. And if going around people that don't know how to treat you makes you feel a certain way, you have every right to like lessen that exposure. And that's what I would say is like make yourself more scarce. And also do what I was just saying with the last person and rewrite and revise those stories about the people in your family. Real quick, I'm just going to pop up the rewrite your specific person link real fast. This can be used. It doesn't have to be used on a romantic person. Actually, one of the success stories of people that happened the fastest in when we did this live, the rewrite your specific person, she did it for her boss. And it was like days later, she was telling me the new story, and she still will every now and then update me and be like, my boss is still blah, 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 still doing this, loves me, blah, blah, blah. So you don't have to do it on just a romantic person. It can be on family as well. So, okay. Ambrosia, I see your question. I would like to answer that, but I don't know if it's exactly what we're talking about on for this conversation, but I would love to have you maybe I make a video about this. But I see your question there and I do want to answer it. I just want to answer something that's about being triggered right now since that's what we're talking about, but also want to invite you back to maybe ask that again if I don't make a video about it just yet. Okay. Okay. I'm like, does this count? Does this count? Now I'm like looking at every question. Does this fit the thing? All right, I'm going to answer what I'm called to answer. What's your go-to way to be the version you desire to be when you're not focused on your desire, such as when you're walking your dog or cooking? Okay. I actually really like this question because what you're actually getting at is that, or what I want to highlight in this. It is in the moments when you're not doing, when you're not focused on your desires, when you are just walking your dog or cooking or cleaning your house or sending an email or painting your toenails or whatever, like those are the moments where your truth rings the loudest, okay? Because when you are focused on your desires, when you are manifesting, you are, like you said, focused on your desires. You are hyper focusing in. You are like a magnifying glass This is what I want. This is what I want. This is the thing I'm creating. This is what I want. And then you spend what, 15, 20 minutes, an hour maybe max in that energy. And then you go about your day. And what do? You reaffirm your 3D reality for the next 23 fucking hours. And that is why no one's reality moves very fast. And that's everybody. That's not just you. It's like it's designed to do that. It's not supposed to move fast because it would like blow your mind out of your fucking brain. Or blow your brain out of your fucking skull. Whatever. It would fuck you up. It would be too much to handle if you were not going in some sort of predictable forward momentum. However, you can speed up that process by not spending so much time. Desiree, how do you join? I'm going to switch over to 360 Method. I'm going to switch this little scanny doodle. The up in the corner right here, 360method.co. You can also scan the QR code that I have up there. The more time you spend thinking like your next level self would. This is the key, okay? How does your next level self walk the dog? With joy and reverence for their life. How does your ideal version cook? Knowing that they got everything fucking on lock, with pep in their step, singing in the kitchen, twirling around, having a great time, music on. Glass of champagne if that's your thing, right? Like, how would you do it? How would you paint your toenails? You might be getting someone else to do it. But if you decided, I'm going to paint my own toenails tonight, you'd be painting your toenails knowing you were a millionaire painting your own goddamn toenails, not somebody worrying about all the bullshit, who cares, of your life, right? Louisa, I want to invite you to rewind this when we're done, start this live stream over and talk about and listen to how I talk about handling those triggers in the moment. Also, 360 Method might be a good spot for you because it is really about how to handle those triggers and then how to rewire your mind to create the reality you want. But I also have a specific person workshop that would be a great place for you as well to rewrite the story and to change the manifestation of your specific person. So Tristan said, in some pretty Prada shoes. So if you don't have the shoes, you have the energy of somebody who's got the shoes. The energy of somebody who's got the shoes isn't worried about the shoes. They're not worried about their job, about their bills. They're not worried about that stuff, right? And maybe they are, but they're worried about it at the next level. You know, like Grant Cardone said something like I used to worry about like the price of gas or like a tank of gas because I can only afford like a tank of gas. And now I'm fueling jets. Get bigger problems is basically the point of the message. It's like you are going to create the reality you think you're in. And so if you are consumed with thoughts of what you think this is around you, you're just going to continue creating it. So you have to make yourself be in the energy of and the mindset of and the joy of and the feeling of and the inspiration of the version of you that is not worried about the same things, has a different caliber of worries or a different set of worries, if that makes sense. Yeah, Kim says, like when you order from Amazon, you know it's coming, you don't go back and keep checking it. Yeah, exactly. It's just like not on your mind the same way. Would I ever do a live workshop in Toronto? Yeah, I would actually. We'll see what happens. Okay, so I have to go in 2 minutes because we're getting ready to do 360 live. Okay, so it's module 9. We're making history. This is brand new. Everybody there is going to be experiencing it for the first time together. This is the next level and the next stage of reality creation. This is the next level of manifestation. This is leading edge shit. This is like probably 0.01% of people on the planet are even having conversations anywhere near what we're talking about, even right now. So in 360 Method, today on Zoom in 12 minutes, we're getting on 360 Method Module 9 live happening today. So all members, past, present, and current, or past, present, and current, the same thing. And future, if you're like, I want to be a part of this, you will get an invite to the Zoom. So we're all invited. Anybody that's ever been in 360, you're invited to join me and get this thing taped live. It's a live taping. and we're going to the next level together. Shantae, I love you, says, I'm unbelievably excited. I love it. I love it. I love it. Oh, Miss Moon, baby, I love you, says, just signed up for the Ultimate Letting Go kit and loving it so far. I thank you. I'm so glad you're loving it. And please keep me posted because I really, really love that bundle just because of the sequence of trainings and the mimicking of the energy that really helped me bring in my husband and bring him into my life. I talk about it all the time, but like it was just so powerful to really let go with all trust and love in the world that I was going to be not just okay, but like fucking excellent. And it was the world that needed to watch out for me. Like it worked. So however I can help you get to that vibe, because it's where the power is. Okay, so I just got the Google notification. It is 10 minutes in. We are getting ready to jump off here to do 360 method live. First time ever, module 9, brand new lesson. Hi, Mallory. Hi, Shelly. You guys are just joining a little bit towards the end, which is totally fine. I invite you to rewind this when we're done. Tristan says, may I ask before you leave, what's the difference between BBD Club and 360? Okay. 360, thank you for asking, is my signature manifesting method. It was 8 lessons. It's now going to be 9. Obviously, there's a new lesson now being added. 9 weeks of lessons to teach you how to, for just the most simple ways, brainwash you into believing in your ideal reality so that you can manifest it on autopilot, essentially. So it's like not hard. It's like the work is not in the manifesting. The work is in the, this is what I think now. This is what I think now, choosing the reality. And we're working on it. Essay. I don't need all the caps. It's okay. It's okay. It's going to be okay if affirmations or whatever. It's totally okay. We're good. So 360 is learning how to really control your thoughts so that you can control your manifestations. And also it's very heavy in the areas of like how to handle the triggers, because it's usually the triggers that knock you off your 360. So it's a big point, part of like, how do I like be this person? How do I think like it? How do I act like it? How do I respond when it doesn't feel like it or look like it? So that you can obviously create whatever reality you want. That's 360. BBD Club is more of like a support group, I guess. It does have trainings. There is mindset stuff in there, mindset and strategy stuff. But we also do Q&As every month. And I'm actually going to be morphing BBD Club here soon. It's still going to exist, but I think I'm going to turn it into more of a manifesting club in general. Because right now it's strictly oriented towards career stuff. But I think I'm going to open it up a little bit more so where it's all manifesting, because that'll be like the only place I'm actually doing any live coaching will be in the BBD Club. So BBD Club, $59 a month, and you can cancel it anytime. Okay. Essay, I love you. No, it's okay. I just had a lot of people messaging me, and it's just, yeah, it's sometimes things happen, and it'll be back. Don't worry. Okay. So, oh, hey, I'm past my time. I want to give you some homework real fast, which is this week, I want you to pay attention to when you're triggered. And I want you to, because this is going off the question about not beating yourself up when you get triggered. That's your homework this week, is I want you to actually be very, very aware of how you treat yourself after you like quote unquote mess up. After you act out of alignment with what you really want, I want you to start trying to be really, really kind to yourself, as if it was like a child that like had a boo-boo. You know what I mean? Like, it's not really a mess up. You're just a human and it's okay. And it's not the end of the world. And so your homework this week is going to be more practical. I want you to start treating yourself better during those moments. Okay. Brittany, real quick, long distance SP means that is you protecting yourself from intimacy. Essentially, it's I call it arm's length distance. Means that you are basically creating a fail safe so that the person can't get close enough to you to like rip everything out from the roots, to completely uproot you entirely. And so when the inevitable other shoe drops, you'll be safe, which means the other shoe is going to drop, and then you're always going to have this distance. So that's what that means. Specific person workshop, by the way, if you want to work on that. The SPW. which is available at my website, roxytalks.com, or right here for 2 seconds. I'll just pop it up here on the QR code so you can grab it. If you're just now joining, thank you so much for being here. I'm heading out right now because we're doing the next level manifestation lessonry of 360 method. We're making history today on Zoom. So I'm jumping off right now. Sandar, thank you. I appreciate you. But I invite you to either come join us for 360 Method Live. I'm going to switch back to that QR code since I'm talking about it. 360 Method, 360method.co. Join us live. And if not, rewind this live stream and listen back to it. If you're on Instagram, head to my YouTube channel and watch it over from the start. We talked about handling triggers and what to do in the moments when you're feeling not so good, so that you can keep your manifestation on track and that you're not like messing shit up, even if the 3D reality is like trying to fucking get to you. So I love you all so much. Thank you for joining me today. I'll be back next week. And then we for Mindset Monday. And then we have new videos coming out this week. Please stay tuned. If you're joining me for 360method.co, I'll see you on Zoom in just a few minutes. I love you all. We're raising our vibrations together. You have a video. Bye.